In this video, I'm going to break down what you should be posting on your social media. Now, I don't want you to concentrate on video trends. I want you to create your own authentic look, your own authentic feel. Now, that is the goal. But when you're first starting out, you might want to try a little bit of growth tactics in using trends, in using hooks, in using different little things that you can get more views and more engagement on your posts. So let me break down a few that you can easily start implementing. All right, first things first, know your niche. And what do I mean by this is go do some research. Actually look at accounts that you like to emulate in your own content. So say, for example, you're doing a food content channel. In a food content channel, of course, you'll be focusing around food. Now, there's a lot of really cool ones out there. So depending on which type of look and feel you're going for, you're going to concentrate on sticking to a certain one to build out your brand. This is going to make you easily identifiable to your audience. So, for example, the one that I can easily think of right off the top of my head, well, there's a few in the food industry because I do like to follow a couple food people. There's one that actually starts off where he's showing you the ingredients. And then he always makes this little comments. And I can't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head because it's like a foreign word. And he always says it at the very beginning and then goes into the actual making of the video. Making the food. And then after that, he actually shows you how to make the, my food just came, so it threw me off there for a second. So he ends up making the food, and then after the food, he says this little thing, and then that's it. That's the end of the video. But it always follows a formula. Now, that doesn't mean that's his only content. He does other types of content, but to stand out amongst all the other food people, he sticks to 90% of his content being this one particular way. Another type of food person that I watch, she is always in her kitchen, she's always dressed really nicely, and she doesn't speak at all because she's a foreigner and she doesn't speak English. But it's her way of showcasing the food that is very unique. She actually dances around with it. She actually makes it more of an art form. Okay, and let me give you one more. There's another person that I follow in the food industry. Like I said, there's a few, and this one is more of the fine art food. So this gentleman actually shows the finished product first, and then breaks down the steps on what he does to prepare it and prep it. And in his look and feel is very casual, but it's casual upscale. He's always wearing nicer pressed clothes. He has an accent. He actually leans more into his accent because he's French, and he always makes like a French type of pastry, a dessert. So majority of his content is around more of sweets and actually the fine arts of making that type of food. So again, know what your direction that you want to go in your niche and your industry, and that's going to make it so much easier to discover exactly where you want to take your account and your own content. Another way, of course, is to use trends over that. Trending music, there's actually a site that you can go to, can't think of it off the top of my head, but you can do a quick Google search and just say like TikTok music trends, and you can actually break it down by industry on what music is actually trending for that day. And you can use those music trends, but you put them to 0 so you can't hear the music. The only bad thing about this is a lot of those video trends are not commercially licensed by TikTok, meaning that if you ever want to make money with your content or reuse your content on other social platforms, this is going to be a huge disadvantage for you, especially because you're building up this database to reuse, to become a digital asset for you in the future. So it's not something I want you to totally focus on, and I don't recommend you using video trends. In fact, another type of way to grow your accounts without having much investment in it, at least initially on, is actually hiring people to make content or buying a content database. And what does that look like? That's basically finding something in your niche that people are already engaging with. This could be like quotes, this could be like content that showcases like industry giants, like celebrities or like gurus or talk shows or whatever it is, and you're taking pieces of that content and you're using it on your page to boost that type of people to follow your account, because you do the same type of similar information. Now, don't make your whole account that unless you really want to be a theme page, which a theme page is mostly like a digital magazine, and it's an account that that showcases various other people on it, which is totally fine if that's what you want to do with your account. But I'm talking to you more as coming out as your own brand, your own services, your own products, and building a solid base of followers that's going to follow you for many, many years. So I want you to be set up for success early on. So you can use that type of content, but don't make your whole page about it. Actually showcase you throughout. So you could do like a 90-20. So you could do, an 80-20. So you could do 80% that when you're first starting your account out, and then sprinkle you in between. Or do like a dual screen where you're reacting to these different people doing their talks. Or you can even do like where you could start off the video where it's this little clip of this talk and then your intake on it. There's so many ways to do this, especially on a platform like TikTok, because even when people start to comment on these types of videos and say how this person's really improved their life or this content's really improved their day, you can comment back on each and every one of those comments with a new video post, which will also build up your audience, build up your engagement, and get loyal followers. So I know this is going to serve you well and help you a ton. You just got to put this information to use, save it so you know exactly what to do next, and I'll talk to you soon on the next video. Take care.